Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Oakland Raiders and our home team. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
Ready. Check back 21. Watch the screen. Watch the smoke. Hey, check back 21. Mike 21. Check back 21. Let's go. Hey, check back 21. Mike 21. Check back. Set. Go.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for L.A.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Let's go.
Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
He'll drop to throw. Rolling to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Hey, check Mike 21. Mike 21. Check Mike 21. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Ready.
On play action, they'll throw. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
First carry for Nick Chubb. Room to run inside the 40. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on second and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll be fourth down. So first possession, fourth and short. Field goal's no gimme from here. What do you think about going for it?
I'm not just thinking about it. I'm signaling, go for it. Let's get this, all right? Yeah, look, you're right. You know, the field goal's there, but it's not a chip shot. My big thing is opening drive. You're trying to establish momentum. Let's not stall it ourselves. Let's go get this first down and then continue on downfield and try and get a touchdown.
Like your confidence.
Yeah, why not? Let's go.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on fourth. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Undercrush, undercrush, undercrush. 66. Bullet high. Safe.
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
65. Charlie. Hey, check Mike 21. Check Mike 21. So we got man. Check Mike 21.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He'll find Metcalf. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Forced out to his left. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Second and 2. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. They can't hang with us. Ready, go!
Out of the gun now on third down. And that's knocked away and incomplete. Give credit to K.J. Wright. He was disrupting defensively.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
And Lutz's kick is good. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Set, 180. Watch right.
Now Newton on first down. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First down, Raiders.
Ready? 180. He's telling me right, tell him right. I got deep third.
On first down, Newton eluding the pressure right. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Gun.
To throw again. Newton trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Josh Jackson. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
At the 44-yard
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Come on, let's go. Orbit. Okay, check Mike 21. Mike 21. Check Mike 21. You're trash. You're trash.
Second and 11. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 6.
The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today. Exit. Hey, check Mike 21. Mike 21. Check Mike 21. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got? Let's go.
They're going to look to throw. The catch made by Miller. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first.
Good route, good pickup for 1st down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
58 right over there. Alpha. Mike 58 right there. Let's go one more.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run with Chubb. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 12 on the year. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Odell Beckham, 77 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. The Charger drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Here's a 2nd and 7. He sets to fire deep. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. 10-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now back to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21.
2nd and 4. They'll find Miller, that's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 16 yards, a 1st down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and this is what we saw there. A nice pickup for a 1st down.
This quarterback now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this 1st half. It's 1st and 10. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Check. General, West. Go.
2nd and long. That's taken in by Callaway. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Flush to his right. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Lutz puts this one through. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they could very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 23 yards, the final tally.
Look at the set, but ain't 59. Get the ball. Kill. Gun. Ready?
To throw is Newton. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly second and long. Out of the gun, Newton. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jackson. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line.
And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Ready.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
64, weak. Switch. And go.
A run for Nick Chubb.
Run.
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They'll look to throw here. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally down at the 32-yard line. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
I'm here all day. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Here's 2nd and 8. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
He steps out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down.
Bravo! Hey, check Mike 21. Mike 21. Check Mike 21. I'm coming up. And go!
They'll look to throw. And Callaway taking it in left side. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and they picked up a first down for them, too.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. His throw caught at about the 5. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Chargers first down. First and goal.
They come out here in the I.
58 right there. Let him know. Let him know. Let him know. Let him know. Check 43. H3 218. Chopper. Ready, go.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
61. Matchbox, right.
They'll try again with Chubb. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Nick Chubb with his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. A shotgun snap for Newton. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
The Charger drive about to get going. Now the question, what do you do here? Time not really an issue. You got over a minute, but you figure from this spot you'd need a good 50, 60 yards to even consider a field goal try.
Yeah, so there's optimism there, but there's also a little bit of restraint, right? You got to make sure you don't take a sack here. Don't end up in the end zone. Ball gets stripped. You could give up 2 points in that occasion, or maybe even 6 if you can't get on it and recover it yourself. So make sure you protect the guy throwing the football if indeed that's the plan of attack.
Check 31, check 31. Check 99, check 99.
Back to throw. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
This quarterback now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Dumps it complete to Miller. Give them 12 yards there. The Chargers have a first down. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll set up to throw. On the move to his left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive in the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Looking to throw on second down. Newton, and he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. The sack there by J.J. Watt.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Escaping the pressure right. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Taking it about the 16. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. They'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Smoke. Let's go.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He'll find Metcalf. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Hey, check Mike 21. Mike, go.
Looking to throw. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart, because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Let's get it.
Chubb. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 11 yards there, first down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
He's got the hook out to Miller. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll bring up a second down.
How about that shuffle pass? Or if you want to call it the shovel pass, that's fine too. That's one of those plays that you can take a little bit of risk there because you're trying to throw the ball into the middle of the field where a lot of big bodies lurk, and they can knock it away.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Lamar Miller, his 5th touchdown now on the year. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead.
Watch the safety creep. 22 check marker, 22 check marker.
Here's Chubb to try to run it in. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose.
And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. J.J. Watt in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Throwing is Newton. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Pretty solid coverage there by the All-Pro Richard Sherman, able to get a hand in. He has been nearly impossible to throw on all year long. If it was me, I'd say he could go ahead and book that trip to the NFL Awards Show in February. He's going to be Defensive Player of the Year, I think. What do you think?
I would agree with you, and the reason why? Because he takes the ball away. Because he gets to the football. The only way a defensive back ever wins this award is because they have a number of interceptions, takeaways, knockdowns, all of that. Add it all together, he's created a lot of big plays.
He went over 100 yards in the wild card round. He's over 100 here as well. And a first down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. Flushed out right. It's caught. Beckham. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Call that a very strong gain of 24. On first down, it's Gurley. And an alley to run.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes...
Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Todd Gurley. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. Gold with the extra point, and that will get them one closer. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And, Charles, you'd have to think this is where you want to start taking some time off the clock.
Oh, definitely, because you got the lead, right? You take a good look up there and you say, okay, what do we need to do here? Well, you're not in full-out protect mode. You want to make sure you run it, throw it safe, take some time off, and eat it up.
Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll run it again with Miller. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the carry, it's Chubb. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 36 yards on the play. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the strain, the next 2 to 3 seconds, to continue to move people.
He'll drop to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. And between the last 2 plays, they moved it over half the length of the football field. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. 30 general. West.
A toss play to Chubb. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down.
Check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on. Box try.
2nd and 5. Buying time to his left. And he will score. Touchdown, LA. A 5-yard touchdown run. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead.
Well, this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot-foot it and go. And, boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't go to the outside toward the pylon, just straight ahead, middle third of the field.
Shortest distance between 2 points. Straight line.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Now Newton on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. 1st down, 18-yard gain. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Being chased out left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Throwing again on 2nd down. Newton dancing to his left. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the 1st.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a 2nd interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
56, right there, 56. Let's go, D.
From the red zone now, Newton. This is caught, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown, and the Raiders get a score closer.
I think if you polled defensive backs they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control. And how about the end result? A touchdown.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. It's a short kick, taken at the 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Second and 4. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to have this down deep into Oakland territory. A big play there for L.A. 43 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. A shotgun handoff now to Miller. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. And they'll run it from the gun with Miller. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
But this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive,
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Carl Nassib in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. J.J. Watt bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Newton to throw. Open man is Higgins. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th. Now it's Newton. And no, It's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They toss it left side to Chubb. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. And again, it's Chubb. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On the ground, it's Chubb. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. 22 yards. And the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Here we go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do.
And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
3 bud.
They run it again with Chubb. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 7 yards there and a 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the home team here, a final win here means they'll finish at 14-2. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, despite the loss, they're going to finish the campaign at a sterling 13-3. And they'll get their shot at playoff football as they'll be on the road next week as a wild card. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.